no veas, a Sevilla. Y al último que cuando ya salió la bien de regla.
It is Thursday on Raid Shadow Legends, but you knew that. So, as of tomorrow, there is a 2x chance for epic and legendary champions from Void Shards, and additionally, a 10x chance of getting Shredder, yes, the Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but you knew that. Also, there is going to be a champion chase tournament where if you place first in your group, you can get up to a 5-star perfect silver Shredder, if you get him. But you also knew that. So, how good is Shredder? Well, he could be better. While he's not completely unusable, he's not particularly exciting either. I'll put his damage multipliers on screen for you to look at, you know, since we don't supply these themselves for whatever reason. And the issue people have with him is that he just doesn't hit particularly hard. He's got the same problem as Fatal's Blade Master, where he's designed as Liz Void HP Nuker, who can take a hit and return it while also having some kind of utility, but he ends up doing just all 3 jobs, not to the level that you would expect of a Void Legendary. Factor in how Shredder is the only champion from this entire event period where there is no guaranteed way to get him, and you can see a potential problem here. Now, speaking of Fatal's Blade Master, he was also a Collab champion from Monster Hunter, who is now entirely unobtainable. There is no way, and there will probably never be a way to get that champion ever again. I thought they'd rerun them with release for Monster Hunter Wilds, but they just didn't. Which, honestly, is just as well, because Wilds had its own fair share of problems. It sold well, but still. So this leads to the issue with limited time Collab champions in general. Either you're Leonardo, who is basically unmissable, and if you miss him, as I said last time, you're buggered. Or there's Shredder, who is seen nowhere near in the same positive light, and will be stuck being like that forever, because if there's any champions in this game who are never getting buffed, it's limited time Collab champions. For anyone who was a huge fan of Shredder, who is, as we all know, one of the most iconic comic book villains of all time, this is going to be quite a disappointment. But at the same time, creating a second unmissable Collab champion just because it's Shredder is a big no-no. As I said before, Leonardo was a mistake. Also, I'll just say that post-bug fix, April O'Neil is kind of in the same boat as Shredder here. She's a gimmick arena support who at the end of the day is just less impactful than picking someone like Armand's, Fabian, Odin, etc. But they'll never buff her, because if she's actually meta and then becomes unobtainable after the event period ends, then that's just not very good for everyone involved. You have to admit that it's impossible not to feel disappointment, since this is a one-time thing, isn't it? One of your favourite characters from your childhood becomes available in a game that you frequently play, you'd be excited to summon them, build them, and give them a go, and then it turns out that they're a bit lacking, and they're going to be stuck like that forever. For me, it was the evil Skeletor. I did try to get him to work, I really did, but I can't say he's really been my first choice for anything anywhere in the game. In a way, it set a bit of a warning regarding be careful what you wish for. After all, it's one thing to want iconic characters from your childhoods, like Samurai Jack, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I know Mortal Kombat's meant to be an adult-only game because of the blood, but many of us still played it as kids because, we can differentiate between fiction and reality. Or even someone like Kratos from God of War. They could all be featured collab champions in the game, but whoever designs the kit for them had better know what they're doing, because either they end up being unmissable OP, again, Leonardo, or they're just pretty bad and they disappoint everyone involved, doesn't do the character a slight shred of service, and that's it. That's the one chance they'd ever have, and it's been ruined. And besides, we know as a business, bad champions sell worse than good champions. So yeah, Shredder is not doing too great. Again, he's not useless, he's just a bit on the underpowered side. Anyway, if you're going for him tomorrow for collection purposes, or just because you're planning to be the Shredder rep in your clan that everyone else consults you regarding, go ahead and, well, all I can say is good luck. With that, I don't have anything more to say, so I'll let you go, and see ya.